there! I'm Cookie with Wordy Nerd, and I have no idea what's going on with my hair today, so I'm just gonna ignore it. Today I'm gonna do a little mini review on Elosia James's Paris in Love. I had filmed this the other day, but I accidentally deleted it. Good job, Cookie. So I'm gonna do it again, just because I really enjoyed this book and I wanted to spread the word about it. As some of you are finding out, I can be somewhat harsh on books, so I tried to be as, truthful as I can see it with these books, or at least from my own personal insights. This book was way more interesting than I thought it was going to be. It is written in they are actually her Facebook status, I guess, updates of her year-long adventure with her family, which consisted of her husband and her son, who was 16, and her daughter, who was 11, as they lived abroad in Paris. I wasn't really sure if I was going to like the tone of this book, but once you got into it, I really was surprised by how I began to become really interested in these characters and what they were doing. Characters, people. I mean, this is a autobiography, so, that was a really good element of this. I think the one thing, I'm going to give it an A. I'm just going to say that right off the bat. I did really enjoy it. I think what the biggest issue I have with it, though, is just the name. I don't think this book was named right. Paris in Love. I mean, it sounds like it should have been one of those, trite, atypical, I'm going to live in Paris and find a man and have true love and love, love, love. Boy, this could not possibly be further from that. So I'm still sort of confused why it's called that, and it's sort of placed in that section in the bookstore, because it really doesn't have much relevance to that. I mean, it's love, but it's a different kind of love. It's a family love, spouse love, learning to love yourself, but this is not like, a trashy romance novel love. This is life. It's more like Paris in Life. That might have been a better name. I don't know. I can't even come up with a cool name for it that would actually represent this book a little better. Maybe because she's a romance author, maybe? I don't know. I'm still somewhat perplumped as to why is it called this? It makes no sense. So anyway, let's exclude the title. The actual book itself, way better than I anticipated. She's basically recovering from her mother's death from cancer, and she had found out only a couple weeks after her mother's death. This is on the first page, so this is not a spoiler. And then she comes down with cancer. So this picking up your life and restarting it, I think would be the theme of this one. What happens when you pick up your roots and start again after trauma? I mean, this is a life trauma. Great little tidbits. Oh, another thing I really liked about it, let me get to the back of the book. She actually has the end, and she calls it the end. And what I really liked about this section is she had lists of things that she enjoyed doing in Paris that were off the radar, so to speak, like restaurants and shopping. Not that I'm interested in that, but a short list of small museums worth seeing. That sounds cool, and they actually did sound pretty interesting. So it's sort of, they trumped this up as a recipe style book, which I usually do like. There's only one real recipe. There's a lot of eating in it, so that was maybe part of it. It was sort of a memoir of food eating, but not so much, recipes like some of those books are. So there were some food museums. She and her husband would take walking trips through the city and see new things, and it was sort of a journal, more like a journal of their year-long healing process from all the trauma of cancer and all that. Excellent. Didn't expect it. It was a really quick read, especially with the little paragraph bits. And what I did like about that is because you had such small little segments, you could just stop at any time. So if you want a nice quick read on learning more about the ins and outs of Paris and tourism and healing and all that self-exploration, blah, 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 really funny stories about our kids and their schools, they become your friends basically at the end, which is what I do like from books. I like to be transported. I like to feel like they've become a part of an extension of my being. They're friends, and this lady and her family became a new set of fictional friends in my shelf, in my mind. So if you like books like that, you're going to want to check this out. Alright guys, I hope you have a great weekend. Bye. And I liked how you